Okay, the clutch lights out, circuit breakers are in. Warm up to 70-75. Wait for the engine gauges. Alright, so while we're waiting, we can listen to ATIS. Okay.
Northeast of your position, helicopter. I want to make sure they get out of your way first.
That sounds good. 85 off, thank you.
Action. Notices to airmen. Taxiway Bravo closed north of Bravo 3 to Bravo 2, also north of Bravo 1 to the approach end of runway 15. Drone activity in the vicinity of Cahuga and Ventura Boulevard. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta. Burbank Airport ATIS information Delta 1553 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 10. Ceiling 6,000 overcast. Temperature 13. 2.9er. Altimeter 2988. ILS runway 8 approach in use. Arriving and departing runway 15. Runway 8. Land and hold short operations in effect for non-turbojet aircraft landing runway 15. Available landing distance 4,250 feet. Burbank runway hold short restrictions. Notices to airmen. Taxiway Bravo closed north of Bravo 3 to Bravo 2, also north of Bravo 1 to the approach end of runway 15. Drone activity in the vicinity of Cahuga and Ventura Boulevard. Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
Okay. So gauges are in the green. We'll do the mag drop. Okay.
Burbank Tower says that 714 Hotel is climbing over the Hollywood Bowl for westbound transition over the 101.
And call sign is November 714 Hotel, Burbank Tower, Burbank altimeter 29er 89er.
29er 89er.
Did I get the call sign right, sir?
Yeah, 714 Hotel.
November 4 Hotel, squawk 0274, take type aircraft.
0274 and Cessna 150/uniform.
Okay, good split.
November 4 Hotel, what's your destination?
Okay, close
Santa Paula
doors.
Airport. Burbank Tower, DWP-8, clear at northeast.
It's 23
DWP-8,
degrees.
ready for determinant, squawk VFR, frequency changes.
So about 22.6 to 22.7.
Cessna 4 Hotel, radar contact 5 miles southeast Burbank Airport 2100. What is your VFR cruising altitude to Santa Paula?
2,500. Burbank Tower helicopter 7535 Golf just southwest cage, going to be inbound.
Okay, I'll check the
Helicopter 7535 Golf, Burbank Tower, Burbank altimeter 29er 89er, squawk 0221.
0221.
and then lower the collective all the way.
Cessna 4
Push it back down to
Hotel,
collective.
reposition to the west side of the 170 freeway. Are you familiar?
Okay. Gonna turn them down just a little bit, and I'm gonna turn us up just a tiny bit. Okay.
And helicopter November Cessna 4 Hotel, you said
So what's
you're not
the
going to go any
plan?
higher than 2500 Santa Paula?
We're just gonna continue to work on everything. We'll stay in the pattern. I'll quiz you on the downwinds. Try to do like one emergency per downwind. Okay. But we'll go through everything. We'll do a running landing, which is kind of a different feeling. But we'll do that, and then mostly try to work on autos, just getting them feeling comfortable. Okay. Burbank Tower, helicopter 853 Romeo Sierra at Atlantic, requesting to join the pattern with Delta.
Helicopter Helicopter 853 Romeo Sierra, Burbank Tower, on request.
What'd she say?
On request, it basically means she knows your request.
Helicopter 75,
She's going to try to coordinate.
853 Romeo Sierra, taxiway Delta, beam the Atlantic ramp, clear for takeoff. Traffic just departed runway 8 is a left downwind, Seminole.
Taxiway Delta, clear for takeoff. Helicopter 853 Romeo Sierra. Okay. Not going to mess around on the ramp today.
November 4 Hotel, maintain VFR at below 2,500.
Maintain below 2,500.
November 4 Hotel, turn right 10 degrees.
Turning right 10 degrees.
Helicopter 35 Golf, traffic 3 o'clock, 2 miles, Cessna 2,400, following the 170 northbound.
I got traffic inside, maintain visual 35 Golf.
November 85 Alpha, contact SoCal departure 134.2.
85 Alpha SoCal.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, make left traffic runway 8.
We'll make left traffic runway 8, Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra.
So try to get to that 45 before we get above 10.
November 4
Got it.
Hotel, sir. If you look straight ahead, you're going to see the Ventura Freeway. Do you have that in sight?
We have the freeway in sight.
Okay, November 4 Hotel, remain south of that freeway. I'm going to give you a frequency change to Van Nuys.
That guy's radio calls are pretty bad.
What?
I said that guy's radio calls are pretty bad.
Oh, really?
He's just saying,
Hotel,
okay.
radar service
Like
terminated.
no call sign or anything.
Contact
Okay.
Van Nuys Tower 120.2.
Contacting Van Nuys Tower 120.2.
Information echo now, current Burbank altimeter 29089, runway 815 in use, 11703. Helicopter 35 Golf, traffic just departed Atlantic, Midfield downwind.
So there's 35
downwind
Golf.
4 runway 8.
Viscovich?
Yeah.
Alright, 35 Golf, got traffic in sight, maintain visual.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, you're going to be number 2 following a helicopter on a 1 mile right base, runway 8. Let me know when you have them in sight.
Have him in sight, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Helicopter 35 Golf, runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear to land, remain my frequency to parking.
Alright, 8 West Delta 7, clear to land with you, set landing 35 Golf.
Nice day.
Really nice.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, number 2, follow helicopter, runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear touch and go.
We'll follow the helicopter, runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear touch and go. 3 Romeo Sierra.
All right, so this first one, let's just do a normal approach down to, let's do the 1,000-foot markers.
Okay.
Southwest
All right, so
27
keep
Burbank
your
Tower.
distance from him.
Slow down right
west
now.
of runway
Yeah, there you
15 on runway 8. Runway 15, cliff
He's
takeoff.
going to go in pretty fast,
Runway
but
15, Southwest 4497.
hardly ever does anyone wish they were closer to somebody.
That is a very true statement.
Man, I just wish on final I was a little bit closer.
Go Burbank.
Carb E, okay. All right, so I'd really slow it down, slower than a normal, just to get some space. Let him get off the runway before we come down to it.
Are we going for the numbers or the 1,000-foot marker?
The thousands.
Okay. Because we'd be doing a steep approach by now.
Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be too steep, but it'd be pretty, well, now it'd be a little too steep. Here we go. Nice calm wind today,
Yeah, nice.
but it's different, which sometimes even though it's easier, it makes it different, so that's not always the best. Alright, let's go ahead and send it down.
Contact SoCal departure.
See you, Southwest 4497.
There we go. Very nice. Good. Really good pace on the, the descent there.
Okay. Alright. Pick it up.
Yeah, we'll pick it up. Everything looks, we'll get on the go.
Do we do max performance or just regular?
Let's do regular for this one.
Okay.
There we go. Good. Now just keep...
make left traffic, runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear touch and go.
Runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear touch and go, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Southwest 4497, contact SoCal departure.
Alright, so this one, let's do an auto.
Okay.
And we're a bit low. So part of the reason we're not climbing like really well,
Because
when you're at the 10 feet, the takeoff profile, try to get 45 knots before you climb out at 60. That'll just give you a good climb from the very beginning. But we'll do an auto on this one. We'll go for the 500 foot markers, which we're at beam right now. Feels nice when we're flying, but when we're hovering, it gets pretty warm.
it does. We would have been taking our jackets off right now.
Yeah.
Sitting on them or putting them somewhere. As soon as I opened the door and I felt it being warm in here, that was an easy decision.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it burnt off. There's so much more blue sky than before.
Oh, yeah.
Because even when we're on the ramp, I'm like, that stuff might come and block the sun.
Yeah.
Nope, it all burnt off.
Perfect day for flying.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. The air's very smooth all the way down. There's no wind shear, updrafts, or anything like that.
That's more speed here. Okay. You tell me when we should enter.
Okay. Alright, so aiming for the 500 foot markers, I'd enter in 3, 2, 1. Down, click the right pedal, aft cyclic. Rotors, airspeed, trim, landing zone. Now just look outside for a second, make it a nice level attitude. Rotors, airspeed, so the airspeed's going low, so go down, click to forward to maintain that airspeed, forward cyclic. There we go. Now eyes outside, just hold this level attitude.
Okay.
Start your flare, looking inside at your rotor RPMs. Eyes back outside up, click the left pedal forward. Eyes outside, just forward. So you don't, when you lose that kind of like brake feeling from the flare, you just want to level. It doesn't matter how fast you're going.
Okay.
Alright, mic controls?
You have the controls?
Mic controls. So I'm going to do a takeoff, just to kind of, sometimes it's good to just see the way, it's...
Just using the cyclic?
No, I mean, we'll pull our power and everything.
Okay.
But I'm going to just show you kind of like, textbook. So come to hover, warning lights are RPM the green, gauges are green, 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 fuel's good, carb each side of the yellow. Now I'm pulling my power, but just nice smooth forward. I'm looking outside, a little bit of left pedal there. ETL, that rumble, more forward, right pedal. Now I'm going to hold this, I'm going to pull my power. I'm going to just continue to hold this until I get 45.
Okay.
Then I'm going to let it pop up, and you get like a really good climb.
Got it.
So when we go over these hangers, you'll notice it's going to feel much, much higher than it was the last time. All right, your controls.
I have the controls.
Your controls.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, runway 8 west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go. Traffic departing runway 15.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go. Have traffic on 15 in sight, 3 Romeo Sierra.
King Air 26 Echo, Burbank Tower.
Alright, we'll do another auto, same thing, 500
Okay.
foot. I'll do lots and lots of autos.
Autos are good.
Autos are the thing that you'll practice the most in your flying career. No matter what rating you're working on, it's always autos.
I'm just, you know, it's good to practice because I'm thinking about LA. It's like, okay, you can do an auto, but there's so many wires.
LA is a little bit frightening. There's almost no good spot to land. Most of the time, the best place would be onto a building because it's really the only thing you're guaranteed not to hit a wire for the most part.
I think most buildings can support this helicopter, but maybe not anything any
Echo
bigger.
Yeah, if I was flying like an Augusta 139, I would not go for a rooftop.
No.
King Air 26 Echo, helicopters in the pattern runway.
But yeah, this is a pretty tiny. I mean, I'm sure there's some air conditioner units that weigh more than this.
Takeoff runway 15,
Yes.
King Air 26.
Alright, everything's looking good.
Yep.
Eyes away outside.
Okay.
Using just peripheral vision kind of down there. You can look down, but enter looking straight ahead.
3, 2, 1.
Now look inside rotors, airspeed, trim, landing zone. Look outside for a second. Rotors, airspeed, trim, landing zone. Now just stay looking straight ahead until 40 feet right about here. Eyes inside at your RPM. Just smoother with that aft side. Look, eyes back outside, up collective left pedal forward. There we go. Really good. Just a little bit slower, like smooth aft.
Got it.
Because how far back you went was good. That's how far back that flare needed to be. But you want to do it slow because if it spikes up more than you anticipate, then you can stop it. Just like a set down, the slower you go, the easier it is to control it.
Okay.
But very good. Alright, when you're ready, we'll pick it up.
Okay.
King Air 26 Echo, contact SoCal departure.
SoCal departure 26 Echo.
Very nice, just keep going forward, keep going forward. Then right there.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra and runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go traffic. King Air 6 mile final for your runway.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go. We'll look for traffic. 3 Romeo Sierra.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, additional traffic as you turn to the downwind, 12 o'clock and 2 miles of Seminole, 1,500, they'll be turning northbound.
Looking for traffic. 3 Romeo Sierra.
And Seminole 85 Alpha traffic, left downwind runway 8 helicopter, they're just turning to Burbank right now.
85 Alpha, looking for traffic.
Do you have an insight?
No, I only see that thing way up there, but
number
that's
2
not
fallen
them.
helicopter in the pattern, runway 8 clear to land, traffic departing, runway 15.
Alright, clear to land, flight 8127.
So the 6 mile final, they're way over there.
Should we take it in closer?
Yeah, let's go ahead and turn here.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, you have the Seminole in sight?
Do we?
Negative.
Negative, looking for traffic. 3 Romeo Sierra.
Oh, there it is.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, traffic snow factor off your right. 2478.
I was gonna say traffic inside, but he's
just wait for the
talking.
release.
Okay.
2478.
We're doing an auto?
Yeah, we're gonna do an auto. Alright, everything looks good. I'm gonna pull car heat.
Okay.
So basically, as soon as we turn out of this to final, we'll enter.
Okay.
Alright, right here, eyes outside, enter 3, 2, 1, down collective, right pedal, down cycling.
Along the 101, 1,300.
So if the rotors are low, just go a little bit lower on the collective. Rotors, airspeed, trim, landing zone. No, the rotors are high, just go forward on the cycling, and just hold that.
Okay.
Alright, they're still a little high, so I'm going to come up on the collective. Eyes straight outside, smooth, slow, eyes inside, watching your rotor RPM, keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. Eyes back outside, up collective, left pedal forward. Very nice. And then just, let's keep going on the go.
Okay.
Nice. It's hard when you're rushed, you know, like, we roll out, immediately enter.
If you're ever doing it, it's going to be rushed.
That's true. It's a very good point. Let's pull a little bit more power, try to get this climb.
7085 Alpha, contact SoCal departure 134.2. Southwest 2478, runway 15, line up and wait. Traffic King Air, 2 mile final runway 8. Traffic will be a helicopter to follow them in the pattern restricted west of your runway. Line up and wait on
so there's the King Air, you can see his landing light.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, number 2 following King Air, 2 mile final, just approaching the 170, reported in sight.
Traffic in sight.
Traffic in sight, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Right there. You can kind of see him with the white clouds.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, number 2 behind that. Traffic, caution wake turbulence, runway 8, west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go. Traffic departing runway 15.
We'll be cautious of the wake. Runway west of Delta 7, clear touch and go 3 Romeo Sierra.
CHP 62, traffic will be a 737 followed by a regional jet.
Yeah, you can see it a lot farther out than I can.
Yeah, you kind of have, you learn how to, like, find things, because it's very weird, the depth perception and everything.
You're also aware of the flight patterns, so.
That's true. That definitely helps.
Burbank Tower, Gulfstream 472.
I know exactly where to look, because I get so used to it.
Gulfstream 472, Quebec Sierra, Burbank Tower number 3, following helicopter in the pattern, traffic departing runway 15 and holding in position runway 15, runway 8, clear to land.
Full as runway 8, 476, Quebec Sierra.
Alright, so he's
Skywest,
not very big, but
Burbank Tower, hold short runway 15,
we'll give it a little bit of time before we
Okay,
turn.
we'll hold short runway 15, we'll plan on a 2-minute set for Skywest 4569.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn here, this is good. Yeah, so he's a pretty small plane, but we don't want to come in right behind him.
Yeah.
And flight 8127, you make Charlie 6.
And flight 8127, affirmative, right, Charlie 6.
Flight 8127, right turn Charlie 6, Charlie to parking, have a good day.
Alright, so we'll do straight in for the 500 foot markers.
Southwest 2478, runway 15, clear
Auto?
to take off.
Yeah. Yeah, when I say straight in,
auto.
yeah, straight in auto. And then when I say we'll do like when I say we'll do a 180, it usually means 180 auto.
We didn't do those yet.
No, not yet. Yeah, you want to be pretty comfortable with doing it straight before you start complicating it.
That makes sense. Okay, we'll pull our car P.
Alright, everything's looking good. Nice level attitude, good airspeed, good altitude. Whenever you're ready, go ahead and count yourself down.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, entering now.
Now look at that road RPM come up on the collective.
Okay.
Now it's going down, so go a little down on the collective, just a touch.
Okay.
And then keep your scan, don't stare at it too much. Eyes outside. Hold a little forward pressure here until you start the flare.
Burbank Tower, fire 5, just out of Van Nuys, tag in the 405.
Nice and smooth.
Cahuenga Pass, 1,500.
And that guy's radio's excruciating.
Southwest 2478, contact SoCal.
Alright, let's get on the go.
Okay.
2478, switching gauge.
Just watch that power lower the collective a little. There you go.
Burbank altimeter 2989er.
0220 for fire 5.
And if you can help it, I would go as far as you can before you start the turn.
3 Romeo Sierra, number 2, following Gulfstream 2 mile final, reported in sight.
I've got it.
Plane in sight, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Fire 5, radar contact, mile north to City Hall.
Affirmative, fire 5.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, number 2 behind that, traffic, caution wake turbulence, runway 8 west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go, traffic holding in position, runway 15.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go 3 Romeo Sierra.
Busy.
Wind calm.
Yeah, it's getting busy. Every time we come in, we're following somebody.
CHP 62, traffic 2 o'clock and 3 miles southeastbound helicopter 1,600.
Looking for the helicopter, CHP 62.
Fire 5, traffic 12 o'clock and 3 miles westbound helicopter 1,300.
So with the rotor RPM, you don't want to stare at it, so you'll see it high, make a correction, keep scanning,
Got it.
come back to it.
I got fire.
That one felt better.
Yeah, that one felt nice and controlled. Really smooth. Everything you did was very smooth.
5 traffic 12 moving 1 o'clock and I'm 2
but,
miles west.
and I don't know where you were looking, but normally people, you know, if it's high, they fix it, and then they keep staring to make sure it goes down. But you just, I mean, it takes a little bit of time, a couple seconds for it to react to what you've done. So you just do one more scan, come back, see where it is.
Okay.
I've had a lot of people do the whole auto, just trying to focus on the rotor RPM. I'm like, why are you only staring at that? Like, because that's super important. I'm like, it is, but everything else interacts with it. If you're not looking outside, you're not going to be level. You'll never get your RPM right.
Yeah.
Switching to Van Nuys, thanks for your help, CHP 62.
Gulfstream 2, Quebec Sierra, left turn, when able, contact ground 123.9er.
121.9er, 472 Quebec Sierra, thanks.
123.9er, 23.9er.
23.9er, 2 Quebec Sierra, thanks.
Alright, so when you're ready, count yourself down.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Skywest 4569.
Now hold this forward pressure, just look outside now. Hold on forward pressure level attitude.
Traffic, helicopter pattern.
Start to flare here, eyes inside, a little bit fast on that aft. See how high the rotor's got?
Line up and wait, runway 15 for Skywest 45.
Alright, click the pedal and then just a little bit more forward, a little bit more forward. There we go. So in a real auto, you can't just hold the flare forever.
Right.
So it's good to get kind of accustomed to, you use the flare, slow down, and then you level. If you're going to move forward, you just hit the ground and you slide, which we'll do on the next one. I'll show you running landing.
Okay.
Just wanted to burn off a little fuel first. All right, let's get on the go. Get as big a climb as you can, because the jet's going to be taxiing.
Yeah. I don't want to buzz the Gulfstream.
I'm sure he wouldn't even notice, but no one appreciates being flown right over. We'll turn before him anyway.
Tower, fire, 5.
Now in the turn, don't let your airspeed quite bleed off. You want to keep at least 50. Optimal is 60, but at least 50 if you can help it.
Helicopter 3, Romeo Sierra, runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear touch and go, traffic departing runway 15.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go. Traffic in sight, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Alright, my controls?
You have the controls?
My controls. So I'm going to just kind of explain the running landing.
Okay.
It's easier when you're not necessarily flying it. Alright, so running landing, we're actually going to just maintain ETL. So we're going to get that bonus of having the 16 to 24 knots until we touch the ground. So we're not going to come to a hover. We're going to actually slide. We're going to just come down and slide like a plane, pretty much the way they land.
Okay.
I'm going to pull curb heat. So a running landing, the only reason you really do it without landing gear, like what we are, is we're not designed to really do that. But the only reason you do it is if you can't hover, or you suspect you can't hover. So maybe you're at a really high altitude, so your performance is pretty low. Maybe you have some kind of malfunction where you don't think you'll be able to hover. So what you do, you just come down a shallow approach, and you're going to keep it pretty quick. It's going to feel like a jog, and then you just nice and level attitude, which is going to feel too far forward. But you want to be more forward, if anything, than too far aft.
Right.
So then you're going to just slowly kind of let it come down into the ground, and you're going to slide. When you're sliding, you want to still fly the helicopter, even though you're on the ground.
Yeah.
But you're going to be moving. It's going to try to yaw. It's going to try to drift on the runway. So the drift is controlled by the cyclic. The yaw is controlled by the pedals. The yaw is definitely the most crucial thing to fix. You don't want to turn sideways while you're sliding.
Yeah.
All right, warning lights red, RP on the green cages are green, green, green. Feels good, curb is head yellow. So for this, I'm going to simulate that we have some kind of malfunction. I can't pull more than, let's say, 21 inches.
Okay.
So 21, we shouldn't be able to hover at 21. So I'm going to come down, nice shallow approach. So I'm going to aim for just beyond the 500-foot marker, so we're not quite as shallow as I want to be. So I'm going to just really lower that collective down about 11. Right there. Now we're shallow.
Okay.
And they gave us our clearance, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. It's always weird when you're the one flying and you
I know.
do the response. All right, so right about here, I'm going to push my carpet in. That's going to give me 1.5 inches more power.
Okay.
So we're coming down. I'm going to try to slow it down as much as I can. So we're at 14 inches. All right, so I want to be beyond that. There's 20. And then forward. And then you just go full down. Now we're drifting right, so I'm going left cycling.
Okay. Okay.
So it's a little different.
Yeah.
Not necessarily comfortable. Your controls?
I have the controls.
Your controls. I don't like doing them too much because...
Where's the skid?
Yeah, you have skid shoes, which are replaceable. There's 3 on each skid, but don't want to wear through them. They're basically just little plates on each skid.
Yeah, good plates.
The running landing, it's really an easy maneuver, but it's one of those things you have to do enough to not be
Uncomfortable?
uncomfortable with it.
Skywest 4569, runway 15, cleared for takeoff.
Cleared for takeoff, 15, Skywest 4569.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, runway 8 west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go. Traffic will be departing runway 15.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go for 3 Romeo Sierra.
All right, so on this one, I'll have you do the running landing.
Okay.
So set yourself up and give yourself a nice, comfortable final. And for this one, I'll say we can pull 22 inches,
Okay.
which is almost enough to really bring us to a hover. But I don't want your first one to be going too fast, just
Yeah.
nice and comfortable, get kind of familiar with that we're moving forward while we're touching down.
Skywest 4569, contact SoCal departure.
So do we pull carb heat on these?
Yeah, you'll pull carb heat on the downwind,
And then you
but when
push
you're
it in.
short and final, you push it in. Because carb heat,
Shuttle
it just makes it a
5720
lot hotter in the carburetor. And from the chart, whenever it's hot, you can pull more, but we don't always account for that. People don't always account for that. So you push it back down so you can actually pull your true power. Alright, so I'd say we're a little low for this. I would have given you more of a final and been higher.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so nice. Kind of a little bit faster than a normal approach, but not too much faster. I mean, it should just feel a little bit.
So I should slow down?
Yeah, just a little. And then go ahead and push your carbine in right about here. Alright. So I just keep slowing down. Keep coming down. Think of it, you're just going down to like a taxi at first.
Okay.
So we're just going to come down to a taxi. We're only pulling 15 inches, so we've got plenty of power. We've got... Alright, now just hold that little bit of forward, just a tiny bit. Now we're taxiing, so just a little bit of forward, eyes outside. And my controls?
You have the controls?
My controls, I'm just going to pick up so we don't slide for too long. But yeah, that was good.
Okay.
It's very uncomfortable, I know.
Yeah.
Your controls?
I have the controls?
Your controls? But that was very good, especially for your first one.
Okay.
We hit the ground smoothly. Most people, they're trying to slow down, so they're pulling way aft.
Okay.
You hit the back of the skids, then the front, and it's quite uncomfortable.
Okay. Yeah, it didn't feel too terrible.
Yeah, that felt good. We'll do one more, and I'll take the control. Like once we start sliding, I'll just take the controls and pick us up. That way we practice it quite a bit without.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, did you have the departing regional jet off runway 15 in sight?
Yes, have the jet in sight. 3 Romeo Sierra.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra. Change to runway 15, right traffic, please. Runway 15, north of Bravo 3, clear touch and go. Caution, wake turbulence.
Runway 15 will make right traffic north of Bravo 3, clear touch and go. 3 Romeo Sierra.
Okay, so we'll be ready landing on to 15.
20, contact SoCal departure.
Or departure 5720.
Surfair 101, Burbank Tower, you on?
Yes, sir. We're up holding short 8, ready for departure. Surfair 101.
Surfair 101, runway 8, line up and wait. Traffic crossing downfield.
Runway 8, line up and wait. Surfair 101.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, and maintain visual separation from that departing regional jet. I forgot to say that earlier. Caution, wake turbulence.
Maintaining visual separation, 3 Romeo Sierra.
It's funny they always make you say that, even though
They're required to say it, that's why.
yeah. It's just kind of a hilarious, yeah, it's a time frame thing, even though he's 6 miles away already.
Yeah, exactly.
Such a nice little area, all their trees.
Yeah.
Surfair 101,
Get ready to see not so many trees.
Runway 15, restricted north of your runway. Runway 8,
Yeah.
cleared for takeoff.
Some people have told me to check Henderson out. They say that it's a bit greener than the rest of Vegas.
A little bit. Yeah, the drought's much worse there.
Yeah.
Like you'll see Lake Mead. I don't know if you've been to Vegas in a while, like flying over, but you see like Lake Mead, you see like where the water used to be.
Jeez.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I've seen like videos about it. Pretty ridiculous.
Hoover Dam's cool though.
Yeah, I've only driven by it. I've never been to it.
You'll be flying over it quite a bit.
Yeah. I'm sure I'll be.
Out to Kingman, Arizona.
I've driven through Kingman quite a few times.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
It's not an exciting place.
No.
I had to work out there for a little while.
Oh, really?
Surfair
Yeah.
101, contact SoCal departure.
Doing law stuff, or?
Yeah.
Good one, Surfair 101.
That's kind of crazy. You wouldn't think there'd be very much demand out there.
No, I was doing depositions of police officers for a bus rollover accident.
Oh, wow.
There's like one road to the Grand Canyon, and they're all based out of Kingman, so I had to go to Kingman.
That's crazy.
Are we doing an auto?
Yeah, let's do an auto since we're this high up. Everything looks good. So we'll do it just for the threshold.
Morning, sir. Alaska 523 will be ready at the end.
Alaska 523, Burbank Tower, hold short, runway 15, waiting for
Enter
insurance.
3, 2, 1.
15, Alaska 523.
A little bit too much aft cyclic there. Just level. Up collective. There we go. Now down collective with it. Eyes outside. Just keep it level. Rotors, airspeed, trim, landing zone. Now look at the top of the compass.
Okay.
Get it level. Push forward. Eyes outside. Right about here. Start your flare looking inside at your rotor RPM. Perfect. Aiming right over the threshold. Nice.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, that one felt good.
Yeah, everything was nice and slow and smooth. A lot of it's just kind of building that scan, like just keeping discipline, you know.
Yeah.
You fix it, but you have to keep
The rotor
moving on.
RPM got a little fast there, but
Yeah.
we corrected it in time.
No, as long as it's in the yellow, it's fine. If it gets above the red or below the red, no good.
Busy day with the private jets. These things are...
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, make a left traffic, runway 8 west to Delta 7, cleared touch and go. Traffic will be departing runway 15.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go 3 Romeo Sierra. What's the tail number on that one?
The Boeing business jet.
Alaska
Yeah.
523,
It's V-
traffic
this is
helicopter in the
VP
pattern, runway 8 restricted west to your
BJJ.
runway, runway 15 cleared for
I
takeoff.
think that's what it says.
15, clear for
Could be
takeoff. Alaska
anywhere in the world.
523.
Yeah, crazy. I don't know. I think Canada, theirs starts with a C.
Yeah. Or, yeah, C or A. What are we going to do this time?
So let's do running landing. Let's go beyond Home Depot on our downwind. Just to get everything set up nice and easy.
Okay.
running landings, one pilot I was talking to who has like 4,000 hours of instruction given. He's been flying for like 50 years or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
But he's done movies. He actually was one of the pilots in Airwolf, the show back in the 80s.
Okay.
But he was saying if he was trying to have someone who wasn't a very experienced pilot or had never flown before land, or like talk someone through it, he would definitely have them do a running landing. Because it's kind of easier to control. It's like if your tail rotor's failed, something like that, you do an auto for tail rotor failure, but something like that, running landing, is easier to control because you don't come to a hover. Alright, go ahead and push your carbine in.
Alaska 523, contact SoCal.
We're just coming down to that nice slow taxi. Kind of a fast taxi, I should say.
Wait until we get to the asphalt.
That's a good idea, because this lip is not good.
Yeah.
Alright, so right here, just a little forward. Just right there. Alright, my controls.
You have the controls?
My controls. Good. Just a little tiny bit more forward.
Okay.
It feels like it's too much, but that's where you want it to be.
Okay.
Your controls?
I have the controls.
Your controls. Like they're loading up.
They are. Don't be late for your flight.
I wonder if they close the gate without you on your own personal Boeing business jet.
You own it, you make the call.
Last call for
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, runway 8 west at Delta 7, clear touch and go. Traffic 737, 8-mile final for your runway.
Runway 8 west to Delta 7, clear touch and go, 3 Romeo Sierra.
So we'll do an auto.
Okay.
8 miles, but they come in pretty quick.
Yeah. Said it's a 737, so they'll be here pretty quick.
Yeah, you can see the landing light way up in the clouds that just kind of sparkle.
I don't have as good eyes as you do.
Basically, if you follow Sherman Way until you can't see it, you go straight up. Actually, I can't see. It's hard to see him now. You can't see the landing light. It's just a black speck.
Huh.
But we'll turn final at the end of this grass field right there.
Southwest
That'll give
5968,
us
Burbank
plenty of
Tower, number 2,
time.
fallen helicopter in the pattern,
A little
runway
bit more
8,
altitude.
cleared to
Yeah,
land.
let's climb up to 1300.
Southwest 5968. Burbank 6276 Zulu request.
Then make sure your carbine's pulled. Everything else is looking
November
good.
6276 Zulu, Burbank Tower, Burbank altimeter is 2990, squawk 0223, say request.
And then aim for the 500-foot markers.
Okay.
0223 and
And keep that power pulled so we're not going to send you. So we're going to do straight in auto.
And November 76 Zulu, radar contact mile southeast of Dodger Stadium. And what's your type aircraft?
172/golf 6276 Zulu.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, a little bit too much. See how high it got?
Right.
So just nice and slow coming back. But besides that, really good, perfect aiming. Very good.
Okay.
Northwest departure through Whiteman.
Get on the go because they're going to be right behind us in a
Yeah.
second.
So every aircraft's going to be different. An R-44, you can flare it back faster. A Jet Ranger and A-Star, you flare them a lot quicker. But in something like an MD-500, an R-22, where the blades are so thin, there's no inertia. They slow down.
3 Romeo Sierra, make right traffic runway 15, runway 15 north of Bravo 3, cleared touch and go.
Runway 15 north of Bravo 3, clear touch and go, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Helicopter
Pull
35
your power, let's
Golf,
get some
traffic
speed.
arriving runway 8, traffic in the pattern runway 15, restricted north of your, on right traffic runway 15. Taxiway Delta Beam Atlantic, cleared for takeoff, remain north of runway 8.
But anytime you have a low inertia, like what we have, the blades are just so small,
Yeah.
they're going to speed up, slow down really, really easily. So, really quickly.
Now, why does the collective fall so much faster on this than the 44?
The 44 has hydraulics,
Oh.
so this is just like a spring tension. So,
Pulls it down.
well, the blades, the air's hitting them at the bottom, so when we pitch, the air hits it. It wants to make them flatten out. So you have to hold it so they don't, in the 44, hydraulics hold it in that
Helicopter
position.
3 Romeo Sierra, caution wake turbulence 737, departed more than 3 minutes ago.
We'll be cautious of the turbulence, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Yeah, hydraulics are nice to fly with.
Yeah, I like those.
There's not very many helicopters that don't have hydraulics.
Yeah, I know.
Southwest 5968,
Small
turn
ones
right
don't.
to the ramp,
Yeah.
taxi 38, see you later.
Just like when I had my old 1993 MR2 turbo when I was a teenager, didn't have power steering. So, but you didn't notice because it's so small. All right, so we'll do a straight in auto for the runway threshold.
Okay.
All right, if our clutch light came on right now, what would we do?
Start counting. And if it's more than 10 seconds, you pull the circuit breaker and land as soon as practicable.
Okay, so what would you do in this? It just came on, you would just pull the breaker.
Just pull the breaker and then land immediately.
Yeah, I would say I'm gonna just make this a full stop. I'll tell the tower, making this a full stop, back straight to landing. This would be like the perfect place to have it happen.
Yeah, it'd be very easy. But things aren't that easy.
Yeah, things never happen when it would be the most convenient. All right, so everything's looking good. Warning lights are out. RPM to green, 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 green. Feels good. Everybody's out of the yellow. It's pulled. We're at 60 knots, nice level altitude. We have good airspeed. We're in line with the runway. It's looking good.
Cool. Okay. Enter in 3, 2, 1.
The rotors are going up, so go up on the collective. Now eyes outside, just keep it level, so a little forward. At 40 feet, start your flare, nice and slow. Eyes back outside, up, left, and forward. Very nice.
Helicopter 3
A little bit more forward.
Radar contact.
Okay.
3-5 Golf.
Helicopter 3-5 Golf, radar service terminated, contact correction, Whiteman Tower 135.0, see you later.
Will contact Whiteman, 3-5 Golf.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, make left traffic runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go, caution wake turbulence, arrive 737.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go, 3 Romeo Sierra.
All right, on this one, let's do a
Helicopter
normal
3 Romeo
approach.
Sierra, traffic departing runway 15.
Normal
Just-
approach?
Yeah, 3 Romeo's here. Yeah, normal approach to the number 8.
Did he say something?
Yeah, he said traffic's departing 15.
Oh.
The hardest thing about becoming a flight instructor was being able to talk to your student and somehow still listening to like what they're saying.
Now, do the other instructors there, do they talk as much as you?
Where? Here?
Yeah, at Burbank, if you know.
I don't know. I mean, I never flew with them, really.
Well, I'll find out.
Yeah, you'll find out, I guess. Yeah, and then we're gonna hire the 2 new ones, so I really have no idea about them.
Yeah. Do you know if they have a lot of hours or?
I am not sure. They haven't decided who they're hiring yet, so I don't know how many hours they'll end up having. They probably don't want to hire someone with a lot of time like me, because when they hired me, I already had over 1,400 hours.
Yeah.
So I could just have gotten a job anywhere. Well, kind of like I did. But,
yeah.
So that's something I'm sure they're like, well, that sucks. Like, we just hired Kyle, didn't even say her year, what a douche.
Southwest 693 Burbank Tower, just waiting for the release.
Southwest 693.
But I did talk to my boss about it before I went out interviewing and stuff.
Yeah. I mean, you got a great job now.
Yeah.
When's your last day?
I still am not sure, but my first day there is the 25th.
Southwest 693, traffic helicopter in the pattern runway 8, restricted west here, runway 15.
Are we doing a straight and auto?
For takeoff.
Let's do normal approach for the number.
Runway 15,
So at this point, I would really slow it down, get that walking pace as quick as you can.
20.2 and resume on navigation.
Now it's a little steep for the number. Let's go for the number.
Okay.
I just keep slowing it down. Feels a little fast, just the way the ground feels. There we go, good. Making it do what you want it to do. You're flying this, not the other way around. So many people are like, I'm going aft. Like, no, you're not. We're not slowing down at all. All right, now don't look down at it anymore. Just let it come under you with your peripheral vision. Right there, we hit the rumble. We're going to start to descend a little bit more, up, a little up collective. Very nice, good approach. Let's go ahead and set it down.
All right, get in the center.
Very good. Good way to fix it. Doing enough to make the helicopter do what you want. That's something most people are, they're just too nervous or uncomfortable to do. Good. Good heading control.
Okay. It's a lot of work, but...
Yeah. Alright. Mostly I did that just to get some cold air in here.
Yeah, that helps. Okay. Now what should we do?
Alright, let's pick it up.
Should we do max performance or regular takeoff? Or?
Let's do max performance.
Okay.
Now that we're a little bit lower on fuel, we'll actually be able to pull one off. There we go. Hold a little bit forward and just ride this to victory. There's ETL, so now you're home free for sure. Massive
Got it.
climb.
So you still need some room, but...
Yeah, you need to have a little bit of space to get ETL. Once you get ETL, you can take off almost vertical.
Unless you're in a helicopter with more power.
Right, then you don't even care. You will just take off vertical.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first started flying, I was like, why are we taking off, like, getting all this speed on the ground? Like, can't we just...
Exactly.
But they're like, well, no, that's not how helicopters work. Well, it is how some helicopters work, but not this one.
Yeah. You're going into the big boys now.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much, because any helicopter at max gross weight...
3 Romeo Sierra, runway 8, west of Delta 7, cleared, touch and go.
Runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear, touch and go, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Any helicopter at max gross weight, let's set up to do another normal approach for the number again. Any helicopter at max gross weight feels kind of like an R-22.
Yeah.
Most of the time, helicopters will have about the same like power to weight ratio. So at max gross weight, they have just basically enough power. Some of them will have a lot more power in reserve because of what they're designed to do. But the more power you have, the more expensive.
Yeah, those Eurocopters are pretty cool.
Yeah. They're super awesome. But I think there's 7 passenger.
That's big.
So yeah, when you have 7 passengers, 1 pilot, it's going to be pretty heavy. But I think it still will outperform a 22.
I would imagine.
Gross. But I'll find out pretty soon.
Yeah.
Alright, so it's feeling good. You're slowing down about 50 knots when you turn final is typically perfect. 300 feet above the ground, 50 knots on final, somewhere around that 300-400 feet, 50 knots will give you the walking pace.
Okay.
Depending on the wind. If there's 50 knots of wind, 50 knots is going to be hover.
Yeah.
So, that's always something to consider. But that's why on final, the airspeed doesn't matter anymore because the air is going to always be different with the wind speed. Just get the walking pace. Feels really good. Don't let it end short. The sooner you start pulling that power, I can kind of tell it's about to happen before it does.
Yeah.
But you start to fall and then it's like, I'm going to be like just barely short. But very good. Nice correction. Set it down. guy's way outside. Just get stable first.
Yeah.
And then just kind of let go of the collective lead and just slowly come down by itself. There we go.
Okay.
All right. We'll pick it up. We'll do a normal takeoff. I want you to try to get to like 50 knots before you let it rotate. Now just keep 10 feet, just really force it forward. There we go, now let it rotate a little bit. We'll climb out at like a 60 knot attitude. And then go all the way, don't cheat the corner, go as far as we can. There we go.
Got it.
So I like to be
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, make right traffic runway 15, runway 15 north of Bravo 3, cleared, touch and go.
Runway 15 north of Bravo 3, clear, touch and go, helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra.
I like to be 300 feet before I turn,
Okay.
if I can help it. We were about 200 feet or so, maybe 250, but it just feels so much, you know, that distance. If the engine were to die, we're not just going to come screaming right on top of a hangar.
Got it.
It gives us just a little bit more. I put you right at the number, so we had tons of room to take off.
That makes sense.
Burbank Tower, so 44 Sunny's on the visual.
All right, we'll do straight in auto for the threshold.
Tower, runway 8 clear to land, traffic helicopter in the pattern, runway 15 restricted north of your runway.
I can't remember when we first took off.
I can't either.
It's 10:45 right now. We have it till 11:30.
Yeah.
I'm going to make a real quick call.
Okay.
Burbank Tower, helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, requesting departure to the northeast.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, cancel touch and go clearance, and you can proceed northeast.
Cancel touch and go and proceed northeast, 3 Romeo Sierra, thank you. All right, so we're going to go this way over here.
Okay.
Climb up to about 2,000 feet. And we're just going to head like to that big hill.
Tahunga Wash area.
Yeah. Have we been out here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
In the
some
44.
stuff. Yeah, oh, that's right. Yeah, we were doing all kinds of stuff out there. All right, so once we get to 2,000 feet, we'll just keep max continuous power, go as fast as we can, just to get out here quick.
Southwest 4470, affirmative, circle northwest of the airport. The wind's calm, you want 3-3 or 1-5?
Oh, 15 would be great, so 4470.
Southwest 4470, circle northwest of the airport, runway 15, clear to land.
Thank you so much, clear to land on 15, so 4470.
All right, so what I want to do, I'm going to get out here and just kind of work on pickups and set downs with the slope. So with the slope, once skid's going to touch down first, you'll feel it kind of like teetering a balance.
Yeah, we tried that at Charlie Canyon.
Yeah, so we'll do it again in Charlie.
Romeo Sierra, if you can expedite for the next mile
control.
and increase your
Yeah,
speed,
controls.
traffic behind you, the 737 circling northwest of the airport for runway 15.
We'll keep it as quick as we can, 3 Romeo's here. Little left pedal here.
Okay.
So 22 inches. BSI showing a slight descent, so I'm just going to come a little aft. Don't want to pull more power
Okay.
than our max continuous. All right, your controls?
I have the controls.
Your controls, just keep this orientation.
Okay.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, normal speed.
Thank you, 3 Romeo's here. All right, now I'll stop stealing all your radio calls. All right, so we can turn it just a little bit left. We'll go straight up here. Not really very much of a landmark, like kind of the rocky face.
Got it.
Just to the right of that kind of valley, or ravine, I guess. And then the low altitude common traffic frequency, do you remember what that one is?
No.
It's 12302, so it's actually right here.
Okay.
So when they give us a frequency change, we'll just switch down to radio 2, and we'll make position reports on that.
Okay.
Southwest 4470 going around. Where would you like us?
Southwest 4470, do you want to stay inside the pattern and just come around for runway 8, or did you want to go out for another approach?
We'll stay in the pattern for 8, South 4470.
Wow.
Southwest 4470, right traffic runway 8, runway 8 clear.
I've never heard of Southwest just being in the pattern.
You're going to see 2 freeways that run north-south. If you can try and keep it inside.
I wonder if it's like a training flight or something. That's kind of crazy.
Stay inside the second freeway, South 4470.
Because she came in for an approach, and then she was going around, meaning she's not going to land for the approach.
Weird.
And then they're just having her do pattern work. 737, that's insane.
Here, that's weird.
All right, so there's some bikers down there, so we're going to keep our eyes on them. So kind of come a little bit to the left. Where we want to land is directly beneath us right now.
Okay.
But I wouldn't climb anymore, we'll just maintain this. But we want to make sure those bikers get out of the way before we come down for our approach.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, clear left, forward, right. Let's go ahead and start that right turn. Just kind of do like a circle towards the hill, and then back around towards kind of that spot I said right beneath us.
4470, the second freeway is
cooler over here.
3 miles.
Yeah, much cooler.
Inside of that.
It's 12 degrees, wow.
Alright, South 70.
Being in the shade makes a big difference.
It does.
All right, now kind of level out here just for a little bit. There's no power lines or any obstacles in the way.
That's what I'm looking for.
But you still have the bikers, and then turn and kind of just follow this road nice and slow. But let's keep descending like we're doing an approach, so descend quite a bit more.
Where's our potential landing zone?
It's way over there. See the bicyclists or whatever? It's right on the left side of them, right there.
I see it.
So we can actually come at the landing zone from over the all this terrain. Doesn't need to follow the road.
Will we be good for a landing here? Or?
Yeah, it looks like they'll be out of the way, but we're coming in really fast and really steep, so we probably can't make the approach.
Circle above.
Yeah.
Right there, right?
Yeah, right here.
Got it. Guys are probably like, what's going on?
We got you, we found you guys. All your illegal stuff you've been doing.
For South 4470, confirm clear to land on runway 8. We've been quite busy.
Which way do you want to approach it from where we came before?
It's up to you. As long as you feel comfortable the way you're coming in, then it should be completely fine. I'll let you know if it's not.
Okay. I think this way is probably best.
So this way is good. The only thing I'd worry about is that big bush.
Yeah.
So if you kind of slide it over, that'll be better. I'll have to hop over the bush. But really slow it down, get that walk. Feels a little fast still. Slower the better. To a certain point. Alright, still fast, slow it down. We're really pretty steep. I'm gonna push your carburetor in, that'll give us a little bit more power at the bottom.
Okay.
So we've, the only slopes we did Charlie Canyon in the 44, correct?
Right.
Okay. So I'm gonna demonstrate the slope at first. So I'm gonna take the controls, my controls.
Your controls?
My controls. So the helicopter is gonna always kind of sit left skid low a little bit. There's more motorcyclists over there. So the most noticeable is putting your left skid up slope. So if I go right here, looking straight outside, the left skid is gonna hit the ground first. Now you can feel we're teetering just on the left skid, so up and down teetering. So I kind of feed the cyclic into the hill a little bit, and I'm gonna lower the collective as I feed the cyclic into the hill.
Okay.
That keeps us kind of sucked against the hill and nice and stable. When I pick up, I'm gonna raise the collective, and I'm gonna slowly kind of neutralize the cyclic. Come up.
Too high. South 4470, taxi gate with
But
you.
let's do right skid just so we can keep it around those motorcyclists.
Okay.
It's gonna be a little bit easier with the right skid.
Okay.
Alright, there they are. Your controls?
I have the controls.
Your controls. So just steer straight ahead.
Current Burbank altitude is 2990. Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, radar contact lost.
3 Romeo Sierra. So that one not too much of a slope. I mean, it feels, well, slope this way.
Yeah, slope backwards.
So let's pick it up just nice and slow. Don't let it kind of pivot or drift, especially on this off-airport kind of landing.
Yeah.
But let's aim right here, because the slope was this way,
right.
So we want to be sideways on the slope. So just staring straight ahead at the city, way through there.
Staying in the 405, directed to Cahuenga Pass, 1,500.
Fire 5, Burbank Tower, Burbank altimeter.
Pretty smooth.
990, transitions approved, squawk 023.
So we want to aim just a little bit more that way it won't feel like we're forward and back, we'll be left and right on the slope.
Get stable here.
Just a little bit more, let's aim just a little bit more left. Nice, low. There we go. So you notice one side then the other side,
yeah.
So it's like a two-step set down. It's really the same everything. You know, you're keeping it level, you're just neutralizing all the movements.
Okay.
But the biggest thing is just like a mental, like this is different, I need to fly different, it makes you more nervous, but
yeah.
Really it's the same. It just takes some getting used to. All right, let's pick it up. We'll turn all the way around, make sure that there's
they're watching us.
No more. Yeah, I'm wondering if they wanted to come this way, so they're like, oh crap.
All right, where are we gonna go to?
We'll just pick up. We'll do a 360 pedal turn, and then we'll set it back down. I just want to make sure there's no one behind us. I don't like being in an uncontrolled area and not checking behind every once in a while.
Yep.
All right, I don't see anybody. Eyes way outside. Relax, relax. There we go.
Okay. Turn around.
All right, now let's set it down facing this way.
Okay.
I don't think they're gonna come. Even if they do, we'll be quick. So we'll kind of just aim in that direction right there. So the left skid's gonna be upslope. It's gonna be more noticeable, a little bit more to the right. And just look way, way, way outside as far as you can at that hillside. And just get stable. Just hold a hover. And then... There we go. Not bad at all.
Okay.
I mean, and you'll get to the point where it's going to be perfectly smooth. You know, you feed it in.
Right. And
then it's going to be coordinated very slow. But that was good. Nice, controlled, slow. Let's do one more. And then we'll start heading back to the airport. So just nice and slow, that's too fast. Just hold the hover. There we go. That was better.
Okay.
All right, let's pick it up. And then let's just take off right off the cliff there.
Should we do max performance or regular?
Let's do regular.
Okay.
So slow, slow, just hold a hover. Don't try to come to a hover while doing a pedal turn.
Right. The burnt out car down there.
Yeah. So in general, you want to get airspeed and altitude. When you jump off a cliff like this, you get altitude right away.
Right.
You want to get your airspeed by doing a normal.
Got it.
All right, let's climb with a left turn here. And then once we get up to like 2,500 feet, tell Burbank that you're requesting well, if you want, we can do more pattern work, but I feel like it was a pretty good amount of time for today. Let it all absorb.
We can do whichever.
Fire 5, radar service terminated, squawk VFR for exchange approved.
So it's up to you. If you want to join the pattern, we can join the pattern. We've still got about half an hour.
Yeah, we can do a little bit.
Okay, so just tell them requesting to rejoin the pattern.
Burbank Tower, helicopter 853 Romeo Sierra, requesting to rejoin the pattern.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, Burbank Tower, verify you have information Foxtrot and proceed inbound.
From
proceeding inbound with Foxtrot.
3 Romeo Sierra. Alright, so Just continue inbound.
Get some speed.
Yeah, I like this little spot because it's pretty close. You don't have to go all the way to Charlie Canyon or anywhere far away.
Yeah, it's good.
To work on slopes. And it's also good to get out of the airport, kind of work on like...
3 Romeo Sierra ident, and I'm sorry, you did say you have information Foxtrot?
Information Foxtrot 3 Romeo Sierra.
Yeah, we're going to press that.
What does that do?
It makes you flash on their radar screen.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, radar contact 3 miles northeast of the Hanson Dam, and just continue inbound. I'll have a pattern entry for you.
Continue inbound.
Continuing inbound 3 Romeo Sierra.
Yeah, so their radar screen, you know, they see all the little dots, and then we flash, so it makes it easy. Like, all right, that's them.
Yeah, it's not quite like the 44 at this speed, but...
No, yeah, it's a little bit bumpier. Just turn left here.
That was a bird.
There we go. Crows and hawks will get out of the way, typically. I have almost hit quite a few, but still want to do our part. And I always turn towards their tail behind them, obviously, for good reasons.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, enter left base for runway 8, runway 8 west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go. Traffic departing runway 15.
Left base, runway 8, west of Delta 7, clear touch and go 3 Romeo Sierra. Gave us our clearance pretty far out.
Yeah.
Can they see our speed?
Yeah. Yeah, they can track you. Well, I don't have people do slopes until I'm very comfortable with their set downs on a flat surface.
Okay.
So that's, you know, a very good sign.
Hawker 950 Delta Papa Burbank Tower. Just
so, I mean, especially, you know, yesterday, 2-week break, a little rusty, but a lot of improvement for sure.
Once I got back into it, it was felt much more comfortable.
Yeah, but this weekend, really good.
Okay.
Feels good. I mean, you're doing the autos. A lot of these I'm not touching. I'm like telling you things, but I'm not doing anything for you. It's all you. And basically, like to do your solo, the goal is just to be able to do an auto. Maybe the helicopter would suffer some damage, but you would definitely live. And on these ones, you know, especially like the last half of the flight, you would for sure walk away, you know?
Okay. Additional traffic of 737 on a 9-mile final for runway 8.
But we do want to clean them up. You know, obviously always make everything better. But realistically, I'd say your autos, as long as they stay consistent to what they have been this last half of the flight, are good enough to go solo.
Okay.
I mean, the better you are, the better.
Yeah.
Alright, so he just cleared southwest. They're just a tiny black speck way up in the sky. So we'll do a straight in auto since they're gonna come in pretty quick.
Pull us out this way a little bit.
Alright, let's do our pre-landing checks.
Okay, gauges are in the green. We'll pull our car feet up. Yeah, it was much cooler over there.
Yeah, 4 degrees cooler, which is a lot. Alright, hold this altitude. Let's stay at 1300.
Okay.
And we'll aim for the 500 foot markers, and then as soon as we come to a stop, we'll hold the hover for a second, and then just get on the go.
Got it.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, traffic 737 on a 4-mile final. Make this pass quick, please.
No delay.
No delay, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Alright, we'll keep it
Tower
quick.
79 Bravo Juliet's on board. We have the airport in sight, setting up for a right base for 15.
Okay.
A little bit of right pedal.
Citation 579.
Normally if something feels weird, you're out of trim.
Got it.
Alright, whenever you're ready.
15 clear to land.
3, 2, 1.
3000 on final, looking for the Hawker Bravo Juliet.
So now really all you need to do for the auto, now that it's established, is look straight outside, keep that level attitude.
Zero Delta Papa, contact SoCal departure.
And then at 40 feet, start your flare. Easy. Hold it. So if it's already up, you just hold it. Level. Nice. Very good. That was very good. Just go a little bit more forward to level and let's get on the go.
I would have survived that one.
Oh, for sure. That one, the helicopter, as long as you touch down level, would have maybe not suffered damage.
Okay.
In the auto, we're falling at about like 18 miles an hour or something like that. So even if you don't flare, you would you'd probably live. I mean, coming down at 18 miles an hour is still pretty...
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, number 2 falling 737 short, final caution wake turbulence, runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, clear touch and go, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, traffic on a 5-mile final runway 15.
Just say 3 Romeo Sierra.
3 Romeo Sierra.
So he's just telling us there's going to be someone coming in over there.
Citation 9 Bravo Juliet, traffic helicopter in the pattern runway 8.
But if you flare at all, I mean, it's going to really arrest that rate of descent. So instead of hitting at 18 miles an hour, maybe you're hitting at 8 miles an hour. 8 miles an hour, you'll for sure live.
Yeah.
But if you don't hit the ground level, you might... Probably should answer. My wife's called me twice already.
Yep.
Southwest 2054, turn right into the ramp, taxi to your gate, and safe flight conditions on final.
Right in the gate, and stand by. And 5 VFR below 2,000 feet.
Roger.
Sorry about that.
Nothing serious?
No.
Okay. We'll enter and pull up the car P. Enter in 3, 2, 1.
So now everything's established.
Just look outside.
Yeah, you can just look outside, and if that moves, it's going to move really small. So you hear something change, just glance inside, just go a little forward, and just hold that forward right there.
Right.
Now eyes outside. Start the flare 40, looking inside at your rotors now. Nice, that was perfect.
Okay, that felt good.
Yeah, that was really, really good. Got a very high build on the RPM,
yeah.
Which realistically you want.
Yeah.
You want it to be as high as you can. I mean, I wouldn't want it much higher than that. It was below the red.
Right.
But I like to have a little space just in case below the red. But that RPM is life. When you level out, you can pull up collective to cushion,
yeah.
And that's going to make it set down so it won't even damage the helicopter. That was really a good auto.
Okay.
All right, let's do a max performance.
Okay.
Just nice and smooth. There you go. Very nice. That was really good.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, runway 8 west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go.
Runway 8 west of Delta 7, cleared touch and go, 3 Romeo Sierra.
Citation 9 Bravo Juliet, safe parking.
Landing.
Citation 9 Bravo Juliet, taxi to Atlantic via Delta, remain this frequency.
Okay, via Delta.
There's Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, actually, that's probably is his. I was like, I wonder who's Greg, but yeah.
Yeah, it says CE, because my sister-in-law sent me a picture of it. She is the CEO's assistant, and she had to go to the airport one time. I was like, take a picture of his helicopter.
It's usually at Whiteman.
No, he keeps it in the Warner Brothers hangar right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because I've seen it at Whiteman before. Maybe he had it, I don't know why it was there, but crazy.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince her to, next time she sees him, to tell him I want to go flying with him.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, going flying with Clint Eastwood, that'd be pretty awesome.
That would be kind of hard to top.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got his license.
Yeah, I heard that he still, even though he has his ratings and everything, he always flies with, like, one of his friends who's an instructor or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is smart, I mean. Why take the risk?
Yeah, why does he care?
Yeah.
More fun to fly with someone else, too.
That's true. Soloing, honestly, it gets pretty boring. And a lot of people, like, I've had students who are like, yeah, I hated doing my solo, like, I mean, soloing at first, but you have to do 10 hours, so it's like, it's a lot of time to be by yourself.
Yeah. Should we do an engine failure?
Yeah, we'll do it. That's a good idea. We'll do an engine failure. But one of my students, he's like, it's not fun if you can't share it with somebody. Like,
yeah,
you're just by yourself.
Helicopter 26 Charlie Echo, Burbank Tower, Burbank altitude.
All right, so this one, just keep it nice, everything's set up, and I'll just do the magic word, and then just dump, trim, level, look. So just a real quick down collective. The entry, you're just keeping your eyes outside. Dump, trim, level, look, still looking out, and then you can look inside. You're gonna need to start pulling up collective. Wind's getting stronger up here. See, we're not in trim. So you go right pedal. There we go. Alright, so let's get that airspeed a little bit. And now just looking straight outside. Everything's cool and normal.
Yep.
And engine failure. So look at your RPMs.
Yep.
Rotors, airspeed, trim, landing. Rotors are a little high. There we go. So just hold this attitude. You went forward a little. That'll bring them down. Rotors, they're coming up, so pull up collective. Eyes outside now. And just hold this. Right about here, start your flare. Looking inside at your rotors, throttle's coming on for you. Eyes back, outside, up, left, and forward. Good?
Okay.
Alright, let's get, just push it forward, make it talk, and we'll get on the go.
Got it.
And we'll do another one.
I was trying to understand what you were getting at.
I was like, today, Junior. By Clint Eastwood.
Yeah.
Sounded like it wasn't his voice.
No, it wasn't his voice. Are those dollies hard to land on?
I've never landed on one, but anything that you land on where you have to aim a little bit more, it does make it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah.
I've landed on platforms, but not one of those ones. Yeah, Clint Eastwood has the right idea. I don't know why more celebrities don't get their helicopter rating. It's awesome.
It is awesome. I mean, I don't see why anyone wouldn't get it. Besides the money.
Yeah, but so many of them. I mean, they have the money.
They do. Guess not everyone thinks it's as fun.
That's true.
Maybe because they haven't done it.
That's probably also true.
I don't know anyone who flies helicopters. Not a single person.
Most people spend their entire life never even having been in one.
That's true. But I've done my research. It's, you know, knowing that you can auto to the ground in an emergency is much safer.
Helicopter 6 Charlie Echo, radar service terminated for exchange approved.
Charlie
6 Charlie Echo, good day.
You just have the limitations, you know, if someone wants to go get a private jet so they can fly a distance.
Yeah.
And faster.
Yeah, helicopters are not good at going very fast. But they're good at doing a lot of things.
403 Quebec Sierra Burbank
Yeah,
Tower,
depends how far you're going.
Alright, so just going to be nice and level. Just cruising along. Overfly this runway, no big deal.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen.
Quebec Sierra, SoCal says it's going to be about another 3 minutes.
Roger.
What about now?
Engine failure. The rotors are coming up, so just kind of correct. There you go. You correct it with forward. Perfect. They're still a little high, so up collective. Rotors, airspeed, trim, landing zone. They're still high, so come up a little more. Now go down with it. Eyes outside. It's alright if the horn's on.
Okay.
It just means you can flare a little harder. Like right there, see how we just flare, flare, flare. Outside up, click left pedal forward.
Okay, that felt good.
Yeah. Alright, let's get on the go. We'll do one more. I'll have you doing the aiming for it, 500 foot markers.
Okay.
So when you, right now, say 3 Romeo Sierras on the go, requesting the next one to be a full stop to Atlantic.
3 Romeo Sierra on the go, requesting our next stop to be full stop at 2 Atlantic.
Helicopter 3 Romeo Sierra, runway 8, west of Delta 7, cleared to land. Hover taxi to Atlantic via Delta 8.
Runway 8, west of Delta 7, cleared to land, 3 Romeo Sierra. I feel like I forgot something in that call, but...
Yeah, Delta 2 link this frequency.
Gulfstream 3, Quebec Sierra, runway 15 and line.
That's the least important part of it.
Release traffic, helicopter in the pattern,
The
landing
landing
runway
part's
8, restricted
the
west of your runway.
I got the restriction in there, so...
Yeah.
Really no other way to go. If you're restricted there.
Right, yeah. You have to take Delta 2 Atlantic. Yeah, that gives me enough time to get fuel, not be late. This thing is booked like back to back all day long.
Really? Are you flying it, or?
I'm doing the next flight, the flight after that, and then Biskovich is doing the one after that. Alright, so it's up to you to do an auto, or we can do a normal approach.
Either one.
Whatever you feel like you'd like to practice.
We can do a normal auto.
Okay. Alright, so we're doing an auto then. Let's get up to 13.
Gulfstream 3, Quebec Sierra. And just continue holding in position. We're waiting for traffic in the departure corridor. Pair of Cherokees. That's
And we'll enter in 3, 2, 1.
So the flare, you kind of started to flare a little bit high, or not really flare, but aft cyclic. Then you went back to level, and then we were going a little slow.
So the flare wasn't going to be as effective.
So the flare doesn't, build. So if you're going slow, you don't really need to flare as early because you're going to also be descending slower.
Right.
So you can wait and then do a bit bigger flare. That comes with just doing it a lot to get, alright, this flare I can manipulate this way. But overall, I mean, nice smooth controls. I didn't say a word.
Okay.
So they're definitely coming along for sure.
Yeah, it's feeling more comfortable.
Yeah, a lot of the first, X amount of autos are just kind of letting your brain get used to the pace, and it's not a big deal. Because at first it's like, holy crap, this is insane, what am I doing?
Yeah. 3000 inbound for pattern work with Foxtrot.
Cirrus 1663 Charlie, Burbank Tower, roger. Make straight in runway 8, runway 8 clear touch and go, and then left traffic for runway 15.
Alright, straight in for runway 8 clear touch and go, and then left traffic for 1563 Charlie.
Very nice work. We might just be a tiny bit far forward, I can't really see.
The yellow thing's right here.
Okay.
Is that enough? Or?
Well, we want the skid to be behind it, so we'll just pick it up.
The whole skid?
Move back about a foot or whatever it is.
403 Quebec Sierra.
just look way outside, get stable. There we go, nice. Good way to pull that collective to cushion it.
Yeah.
Good. This is good enough.
We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Collective down.
063 Charlie, squawk VFR while in the pattern, please.
Squawk VFR, 63 Charlie.
Okay. Do we want it up to 70, 75 for the cool down?
Yeah.
Hot.
Yeah, it's pretty warm. Go ahead and turn the governor off, that way it doesn't do that. Yeah, this flight felt really good.
Yeah, it felt much better.
Yeah, the consistency, you know, having a recent flight, I mean, most ideal is about 3 flights a week. That way, you know, you're just constantly moving forward. There's not really any regression between flights, but life doesn't always allow things to happen the way that would be easiest. But yeah, this one felt really good. I mean, everything from yesterday, I mean, you really improved a lot yesterday.
Okay.
And then you just kept that momentum. So by the end of this flight, I was feeling pretty happy.
Okay, good. Yeah, I felt much better. I felt a lot more comfort doing the autos.
Yeah. Yeah, they felt good. I mean, slopes.
Yeah.
Running, landing even. So we did a lot of new stuff. I mean, you've done slopes before, but not as many as that.
Are we good on the cylinder head?
Yeah, we're good.
411 Alpha Juliet with the ILS 8. We got the airport and safe.
Clear 411 Alpha Juliet, Burbank Tower, runway 8 clear to land, number 2, following Sirius short final.
Alright, clear to land, 1 Alpha Juliet.
Are we good to pull this? Or should we wait a sec?
Yeah, I would wait 30 seconds from when you disengage.
Burbank Tower, helicopter 744 November Charlie, negative for 5 out of an isolac position, Kalinga pass, and good morning.
Alright, that's probably good.
Helicopter, verify that was 544 Sierra Charlie?
It's 744.
And then just put the cyclic straight up. We'll get rid of some of that vibration as they get slower.
Got it.